Okay, so I hope that I have my Ethernet connected to continue working on this. Where I left off on the last video was I was ready to push. And you can actually see down here with these arrows that I have one file that needs to go up. And I can either push from here, come up to the ... and do my push, or I can actually click on this. And if I hover over it, I can actually see it says synchronized changes. So let's give it a go. And I think, this says this will push and pull commits to and from origin and master and say, okay, don't show again. That's fine. And yes, that time it did work. And I want you to get into the workflow of actually keeping GitHub open in a tab. And as soon as you push, I want you to refresh and look for that newest commit message, because it is very important, as we just discovered, that you know that you have a good internet connection and you're actually saving your files back to GitHub. Okay, so let's go back here, and that's actually the last change that we have to make to index.html. Now we're ready to create a new avatar, because obviously that avatar there is just an example. We have to create one for ourselves. So, you know what? I did that wrong. Instead of clicking on that link, the better way of doing it, let me go back and find it, is to right-click on this and open in New Tab. Because I want to come back to the blog, and if I do it this way, then my blog remains at the spot where I need it. So here we are, and I'm just going to, oh, that's weird. Yeah, whatever. Make some quick, ooh, that's way too big of a beard. That's better. No, I don't like that. I do not know why I'm bothering too much, but I just want it to look something. There we go. And all right, that's looking. What is a hole? That's, shall we do a bear? Great. So this is IDMX student, and you can spend as much time playing with this. It's great fun to actually do. But at some point you have to say, okay, that's good. And what we want to do is download both the PNG and the SVG. So click on that first, and as you can see, it got downloaded. Click on the SVG. Now in Chrome, what I like to do is come down here and click on this and show in Finder or show in File Explorer. And these have to get renamed. You come over here, it says they have to be renamed to profile. So I'm going to bring up my Finder and change those. So if you can do it a couple of ways. If you do the right click, you can get into rename, or you can right click on it and click on rename. So those are the two names. And I'm going to leave this Finder window open. Come down here, make a new Finder window. Go to Desktops, or excuse me, Documents. Open up P1. Open up Images. Highlight both of these. Right-click. Find Copy to Items. Come back to Images. Paste two items. And then replace that profile. So since we've left the tab for Live Server open, there we are. There's our IDMX student. And if we come back to VS Code, again, we have two numbers, or the number 2 showing two files have changed inside our repo, and we should commit and push those up to GitHub. So add new avatar is my message. Use the check mark to commit. And now we see we have this isn't actually files, it's commits that were out of sync, but we have one commit to push up to GitHub. So ... and then to push. So, oops, still working. There we go. Did you see that little blue line that went across? And then if we were looking down here, these circular arrows keep going until we get to the point where it says 0, 0, showing that we're in sync between our local and our remote. This is our remote repo. So if I open GitHub on my browser and refresh the screen, then add new avatar, I can see this new commit message, which was 1 minute ago. Okay, so that's it for this video. What we'll do next is to deploy this website on Netlify, and that will be the end of project 1.